Hi listeners, welcome to my channel. This is a very active week. We have a trifecta of Uranus going retrograde, Yod activation and Aquarius full moon, which we have discussed in August monthly readings by sign. Uranus retrograde of 19th of August accelerates the sudden developments we have been seeing and making since early July through political, environmental and financial events. Uranus and Taurus at its strength brings sudden events to the collective as we have been seeing as it transits the degree it hasn't walked since 1938 1939. Uranus stands still at the degree, as we discussed, when we would, in our respective situations, have to show character in face of collective changes. Because the very reason we are in the current situation is due to our resistance to change. We reach a moment when the shift we have been resisting becomes an inevitable event. Your activation of 20th of August brings to focus activation of Leo skills and gifts which were invisible to us before this moment, though this happens through a process of crisis. Aquarius full moon of 22nd of August, it brings a collective chapter to closure, this time with Jupiter, which gives both faith and knowledge of an alternative utopian or dystopian way of existence depending on your outlook, and the information which is brought to light with this very full moon becomes the trigger of the Yod activation, which shifts the road for many in their personal journey. But I'm not going to talk about any of it, though I've given you an overview, as we have discussed all of it ad nauseum in our monthly overview, sign specific videos, and then aspect specific videos. If you're new to my channel, welcome to the channel, and I'll leave the links in the description for you to look at those videos in detail. These are past events which are now showing their face this week. We would rather now talk of the future. We're going to talk of the aspects which I call the 50 shades of grey on the way to the Virgo season. This is your weekly reading. My name is Charu and I'm your host on this journey. Let's dig in. Today, we would talk about the next season, which is getting kickstarted through the 50 Shades of Grey journey that this week is to Virgo season, which starts on 22nd of August at 5:30 p.m. Eastern Time. All transits and dates are according to Eastern Time. This build-up is Mercury and Mars in Virgo working together on the 18th of August, urging us to cut the bullshit so as to speak and speak up on matters as they are. Combined with Uranus on 20th and 22nd of August, they are going to form an Earth trine. These aspects take the focus to our individual choices in the middle of collective changes. This brings to focus our individual practical choices in work, health, in our way to be useful in our individual capacity in the new existence, versus the collective responsibility and changes which have been so dominant and overpowering, and they will continue to be overpowering and dominant because the outer planets, they continue their journey in the signs of the collective way beyond this year as well. With the little thing not classified anymore as planet called Pluto moving to Aquarius in 2023, we are on an extended journey where the collective themes will be more overbearing and dominant. This also brings to focus the practical sustenance of life while we work towards recognizing our passions, visions, and dreams, which the Leo new moon and the Aquarius full moons are bringing up. While Virgo is not a simple sign, it's a complicated sign, but as an archetype, it's the sign of diagnosis, analysis, problem solving with brilliance and precision. Especially having Mercury in Virgo right now gives us a chance to objectively dissect the situation and make sense of it by breaking down tough situations we individually sit in, which could be knowing where our individual gifts lay with the Yod activation in Leo, which has woken us up to our individual gifts, but not knowing the practical expression of it in the new collective reality, which will be shown by the Aquarius full moon. In another way, is seeing your gifts or passions, which Leo season and Yod activation has shown you, but still needing to find a practical way to earn your living and sustenance and maintain the balance of health on your way to that passion. Life is not one color, passions and practical life need to coexist. Virgo deals with the practical choices we need to make to support our life while enjoying the pleasures of gifts and passions we discover in Leo season. While Uranus is very strong this whole month, we have seen the volatility which we have been discussing since early July in form of political, financial, global events, geological events. This does translate into some positive manifestations as well in our personal capacity, especially this week. As both Mercury and Mars, they are going to meet Uranus in a positive aspect, which will help us make some practical, substantial changes in life. This is an Earth trine, which can help in physical manifestation provided we show courage in the face of change it brings and stay true to the principles of the Earth sign, which is of patience, practicality, perseverance, as well as creating something substantial or of physical service and value to the world, cutting through the whole dystopian or utopian bullshit, so as to speak, in the process to it. So, this can open paths and solutions of practical expression of our newly recognized skills or ways to support our journey to those skills that we did not see before through events normally called coincidence or brainwaves. We move from being in the phase of finding ourselves to perfecting ourselves for the future. Mercury trining Uranus on 20th of August could come with a range of synchronicity or with some events which seem accidental, but they would later prove to have meaning or serve a greater purpose. You run into somebody, have an unexpected encounter, or even create something more out of a seemingly mundane event. Astrologically, some consider Uranus the higher octave of Mercury. Now, with Mercury being equivalent to our personal will, so our personal mind and conscious thinking, Uranus is the transpersonal will, which is our higher self or our mind that transcends our physical body. Their union or trine is like a call to our personal will and our personal conscious mind, which comes from our own higher self, but it comes through collective symbolism. When Mars conjuncts Mercury during this aspect, it will embolden us to speak our truth. It will embolden us to respond to that call from our higher self. As we receive the symbolism, instead of holding it back or doubting it, and we would see this no bullshit approach to situation emerge from the get go this week. We are meant to be inventive, try new things, keep an open mind, stay flexible as Mercury is in mutable sign, which indicates we are bound to change our mind about something old and traditional stable in our life as we recognize calling of our own higher self. As it spills the tea in the very obvious symbolism in front of us this week. It will be tough or impossible to miss the sign. It will be clearly a writing on the wall, even if it is through symbolism. Many would change their mind on health and work, on healing methods, on medicine, on service, on job environment, on their own usefulness, how they want to use their life and time on earth, and the kind of value one wants to bring through their life's work. And this could happen either due to a conflict or a no bullshit approach to life, which comes with the 18th of August Mars Mercury meeting. This aspect in Virgo makes intellectual debating seem like a sport, and you will see that play out on 18th of August. The diagnosis analysis never ends. Just make sure that it's worth it when you get engaged in it. You don't have to defend your life choices to anyone, but I'm all for debating it out loud because it makes you feel surer of your choices. Sometimes it just takes two. Mars making a trine with Uranus on 22nd of August empowers us to make the change. It gives us the ability to act on these new ideas and inspirations, which are practical, which are about your future, which are about sustenance, which are about taking care of you on the road to your passions. You could also be a change agent for the collective. With Mars and Virgo meeting Uranus, You can be a change agent in the field of service, in the field of medicine for the collective. It's an ideal time to put down a stepping stone to bring your gifts to reality, or to tangibly change anything routine that's just bringing disorder or feeling of lack of usefulness in your life. You would formalize this though only with the 6th of September new moon, especially if you have planets or points which are aspecting around 15 or 16 degree of Virgo. That would right now seem a long way to go because there's a lot that will happen between now and 6th of September. You have to recognize that we are living Mars in Virgo and we are entering a Virgo world, which requires us to chew on things, make sense of it, assimilate it, whether we like it or not. We would have to see the good and the bad in it. So it's not going to be a unidirectional approach. It's thousand shades of gray. It's not one answer which will fit all. Choices are messy. They give us freedom, but they're messy because they put the onus of the outcome on our own self. So, no, when we transition this week from fixed energy to mutable, we do not become more sure of what we want to do. We, in fact, would become more confused. Because when we question what we thought we knew about ourselves and our sustenance and our body and our health and our work, because when we hear something which is different about ourselves, driven by the clear symbolism that's shown to us, it's like you see a new version of you you don't recognize in the mirror because you've been calling yourself something else all your life. And frankly, it would seem like a distraction because Virgo season and its planets, they're forming a T square with the nodes. It would look to yourself and to everybody judging you that you're trying to delay, procrastinate, take a scenic route, or just fault find the situation for the heck of it to create issues instead of looking for solution. But that's the messy process that is Virgo. It goes from disorder to organized, but it has to be in that messy assimilation process before the 6th of September Virgo new moon. 18th of August could get very messy in terms of arguments and fault finding. Bickering is the word. Then 24th of August and 2nd of September, Neptune opposition will make you feel you heard your calling, but the world is out to get you. Some force outside of you is dampening your resolve to bring substantial change in your life. That's just the messy process of Virgo part of us getting its act together. People forget that Virgo is a dual sign. It's definitely more committed than duality of Gemini, but it's still a dual sign. Bipolarity is ingrained in every resolve taken in Virgo influences. You just see too much too clearly, and it's impossible not to be the 50 shades of grey with it. So the fruitful action on this sign and symbolism is not so spontaneous. There's a sense of integrity that Virgo as a sign carries. And it comes from needing to earn even the spontaneous parts of their life. Even the spontaneous signs they see, they must struggle to get those. So it's symbolism which we are all going to live in. We all need to suffer a little bit before we get to the outcome. Suffering of thinking, overthinking, over analyzing. We need time to see how this collective rogueness of the world can be brought to a fruitful conclusion in one's individual life. And 6th of September new moon, which is trine Uranus, would help give us the opportunity to initiate this change in a more fruitful capacity, and dare I say with more conviction. Because there are still collective conclusions to be had with the 22nd of August full moon. There is still Mars world rogueness to be seen before one can judge one's individual role in it all, which comes with the 6th of September Virgo new moon. As we enter the Virgo season end of this week, another key question would come up, and it's not an easy one. And Mars, Venus, and Virgo have already asked this question. through our individual will and choices being thwarted by collective regulations and expectations. Mercury, our mind, will ask that question this week. It could be through an actual disturbance or communication on suppression of choices with an authority figure. Sun will question that very choices being thwarted by collective regulations and expectation on 31st of August, as it will form in conjunction or quincunx with Saturn and Aquarius. Key question that is being asked is, how do we maintain our personal integrity to ourselves, to be of service, to use all our gifts in its fullness in the face of collective change and collective expectations? How can I still remain a person honest to my own cause? Or does our individual service, our individual contribution, our health, our body, our mind body connection needs to keep shifting with the collective change? If yes, how am I still an individual with an integrity of my own to myself? Yet how can I ignore the writing on the wall? That is the collective change. So in the world where there are no absolutes anymore, we would have to create our own brand of ethics, values, and morals to still be useful. Mercury in Virgo doesn't believe in unrealistic, unpractical, dystopian or utopian models of living, even though it's working positively with Uranus supporting us in the change. It does not accept the 1984 Orwellian nightmare of individual contribution being subordinated for the sake of a larger good that Saturn in Aquarius is looking to establish. We see this through the inconjunctions all the planets in Virgo have been making and will make with Saturn in Aquarius both this week as well as end of this month. Whatever opinion or choice one might hold either side, neither side wants the 1984 Orwellian nightmare of Saturn in Aquarius of suppressed air. There has to be a better way, says Mercury in Virgo, and with Uranus around 20th of August, we have a good possibility of finding it by looking at the situation objectively and clearly. But it wouldn't be till 6th of September, new moon, that we recognize it fully, as we need to chew on it. So the symbolism and coincidences or the brainwaves you are going to get this week, like a book dropping on your head or something, look for how it helps you preserve your individual choices and commitment to yourself in face of this collective restriction and expectation. Nothing meaningful happens in easy aspects like earth trines if there is no friction. If there is no collective rogueness, no collective expectation, no collective restriction, you would never even think of finding this new way. So there may not be any value in fighting the restriction with resistance. Fight it with your own individual innovation solution in Virgo. Earth shrines, they bring reality checks dime a dozen in Virgo season with no real impact, just as air trine will bring ideas dime a dozen in Libra season. But because now you need to fit this model of new you in a restrictive global environment is exactly why you would pay attention to making it happen. But be ready for the 50 Shades of Grey, which is the messy process of Virgo, of expending mental energy on every aspect of it, obsessiveness to be right and useful, yet knowing too much of both sides, to going on vacillating, having this bipolarity between your life choices on the road to it. Last week of Leo season, you all know what I was watching this weekend. I'll see you in the next video now. Thank you.